doing myself.
As The Boys showrunner Eric Kripke posted on X right before Season 4 streamed, Season 5 will be the final season. Always my plan, I just had to be cagey till I got the final okay from VOD. Thrilled to bring the story to an epic, moist climax. Today on ScreenRant, let's take a deep dive into everything that could happen in the 5th and last season of The Boys, starting with a huge theory about the finale. The Boys Season 4 ended with Sage revealing that, through her machinations, the US government is in the homicidal hands of Homelander.
Hells yeah, blonde ambition. Buckle up for phase 2.
But what exactly is going to happen in phase 2 of Sage's plan? With Sage saying that she only did it to prove that it could be done, she practically admitted that her only loyalties are to herself, which doesn't bode well for Homelander in Season 5. Rather than take this as the veiled warning that it is, Homelander was simply grateful. The newly installed soup despot completely oblivious to the irony of trusting a kindred spirit. However Sage is planning to do it, it's very likely that she enabled Homelander to fly as high as he could, just to make his eventual fall from grace even harder. After all, giving Homelander control over the executive branch of the US government was Sage's idea of entertaining herself, and now that she pulled it off, Sage can continue to have her fun by watching it all tumble down. The question isn't whether Sage will betray Homelander, this wouldn't be surprising. Rather, what remains to be seen is how Sage will continue to manipulate Blonde's ambition. For instance, she could simply get out of Homelander's way and let him destroy himself. Which brings us to the next most viable Season 5 theory. Whether or not Sage knew that President Calhoun would tell Homelander about Soldier Boy, it's clear that the finale was setting up the return of everyone's favorite fascist boomer. And this can only spell trouble for Soldier Boy's only and least favorite son. Despite how Soldier Boy already almost killed him, Homelander will doubtless continue to entertain his fantasies about proving himself to the nearest father figure, a psychological control measure implanted in him during childhood by Vought. On one hand, with Ryan temporarily out of the picture, there could be room for Homelander and Soldier Boy to somehow reconcile. On the other hand, the hilariously misinformed Soldier Boy is highly likely to mistake Homelander's non-soup gulag plan for communism, leading to their inevitable final confrontation.
Buddy, you think you look strong? You're wearing a cape.
In fact, Soldier Boy may be the key to how the show can pay due tribute to the comic book finale, even if Black Noir is out of the picture. With one explosion, Soldier Boy could completely depower Homelander and make him vulnerable to conventional attacks, which sets the stage for this next epic theory. The evolution of Butcher's Temp V tumor infected him with powers that could give him a chance at killing Homelander, especially since Butcher has the only weaponized dosage of Frenchie's home-cooked soup virus. All this seems to be setting up a White House duel between the kaiju like Butcher and Homelander, finally giving viewers a chance to see the leader of the Seven get tested to his very limits, and Butcher getting close to his long-envisioned endgame. And it would be just like The Boys to conclude such an epic encounter with a Soldier Boy explosion, defanging Butcher and Homelander, and forcing them to settle things the old-fashioned way. Indeed, Soldier Boy could be the key to Season 5, keeping the CGI budget reasonable, while still delivering an epic finale that does justice to the show's two main character arcs.
Joey! Get out of here! No f***ing way!
That said, Soldier Boy isn't the only soup that both Homelander and Butcher should be worried about, because in Season 5, Huey will convince Ryan to kill his father. Arguably, Butcher killing Homelander could be too poignant for an ending for the boys. Justice will be served, but this show also knows that revenge is best served cold. And unfortunately, this means that it falls on Ryan to kill Homelander himself. Moreover, even though the very idea led Ryan to kill Mallory and distrust Butcher in Season 4, he never said that he wouldn't kill Homelander, and even implied that he would need to think about it first. With Ryan running out of people to trust, he may just seek out the one person who could convince him to do it. Indeed, Season 4 notably saw Huey having to kill his own father, who inadvertently went on a killing spree after getting injected with Compound V. Apart from the fact that it wouldn't be impossible for Ryan to break Huey out of prison, Huey could provide the insight that Ryan needs to get over how everyone sees him as a weapon. They may seem like a strange pair, but Ryan and Huey actually have the most similar personalities out of any two characters in the series, even more than their respective father figures.
I don't want Butcher to die.
Whereas Homelander and Butcher are two sides of the same villainous coin, Ryan and Huey are both empathetic, who go out of their way to do what's right. And this brings us to our next big theory. Rather than Starlight breaking out Huey or even MM out of prison first, she could instead seek out the only other people who may have better ideas for dealing with Homelander, Queen Maeve and Stan Edgar. Moreover, with both the main cast of The Boys and Gen 5 in government custody, this could be the season where they finally work together to take down Homelander. From Marie, Andre, Jordan, and Emma from Gen 5 to Starlight, Kimiko, and the new Compound V-powered Ashley, The Boys Season 5 has everything it needs to put together an alternate version of the Seven. Meanwhile, Soldier Boy could potentially stomach working with Homelander temporarily. Even if Soldier Boy would only be doing it to bide his time before betraying Homelander, such an alliance would still be terrifying. However, the real crossover to watch for is the inevitable meeting between Sage and Kate Dunlap, who both possess the most dangerous personalities and abilities in their respective series. Kate may be blindly loyal to Homelander now, but this could change once she realizes that it is Sage who truly holds all the cards, and with Kate's mind control powers at Sage's disposal, they could practically run their own soup shadow government by themselves. When this happens, the shadow government is going to need conspiracies, which leads to this next big theory.
Popularity is power, sister.
It's a prison.
Listen, it's gonna be great.
Vaccination is one of the few timely and socially relevant issues that neither The Boys nor Gen 5 has tackled yet, and this could finally change in The Boys Season 5. For starters, it's very likely that Sage is already aware of the existence of the soup virus, and if not, her and Homelander's martial law gives Sage free access to the ruins of Sage Grove. Between now and The Boys Season 5 release window of 2026, Sage will have more than enough time to develop and properly test the efficiency of a soup vaccine. The same is true for Samir Saw, who notably escaped from Kimiko and Frenchie in Season 4 and is one of the few living people who knows how to make the soup virus. Both could eventually work independently of each other to create their own vaccines, which could potentially cause the virus to mutate in different ways. Sage would need the vaccine not just to protect herself, but to keep Homelander and the other soups under her control. Meanwhile, Samir's experiences with the boys could convince him that creating a soup vaccine would be the only way to redeem himself. Whatever their reasons, anyone with the means to create a vaccine for the soup virus stands to profit a lot in the era of Homelander's soup martial law. Sage could even flip the tables by engineering a vaccine to counter Temp V, which could simultaneously heal and strip Butcher of his evolving powers. Or just like how Sage used Butcher's predictable savagery in Season 4, Sage could let Butcher release the virus, only to inadvertently hand over all the leverage to Sage. It would be just like the show to pick at still healing social wounds for both fun and political commentary.
You're not a monster, Butcher. You are a but you a with a heart.
Did we miss anything? Which other huge theories about The Boys Season 5 do you think are likely to actually play out in the final episodes? Thank you for watching Screen Rant, and stay tuned for more streaming news.